Major funding for Hitting the Road is provided by Overstock.com.
Overstock.com has launched pet adoptions.
Every year, 8 million animals are placed into adoption centers across the United States.
Our pet adoptions bring homeless animals all together in one place,
allowing you to search using the technology that powers Overstock.com.
Additional funding provided by General Atomic Sciences Education Foundation, the Calm Foundation, Delta Solutions and Strategies, Gray Line of Colorado, Northrop Grumman, and by viewers like you. Thank you.
When I think of buried treasure, sifting through rocks and rubble is one image that comes to mind. But what if those rocks were brilliant and flawless? Well, that would bring a whole new color and clarity to that image. I'm Donna Vesey, your adventurista. Stay tuned because we are hitting the road to Murfreesboro, Arkansas to bring you one gem of an episode.
I'm hitting the road again. Got adventure crawling under my skin. Going places that I've never been. I'm hitting the road. I'm hitting the road again. Gonna take along all of my friends. Living life like it's just no end. I'm hitting the road. Feeling better since I don't know when. I'm hitting the road.
Murfreesboro would seem just like another forested place in North America, but underneath this southwestern part of Arkansas is an active geological phenomenon. Volcanoes are found everywhere in the world, and some of them can even bring up diamonds from deep in the earth. We use diamonds for a lot of things, including saws for cutting hard stone like granite, all the way to some of our finest jewelry. But how are these precious gems formed? Diamonds are formed deep in the Earth's core. Extreme pressure and temperature changes the molecular structure of carbon, forming a diamond. After the carbon is compressed from 1 to 3 billion years, the diamonds are brought close to the Earth's crust through deep volcanic eruptions by magma. Diamonds are found in the volcanic and subvolcanic rock known as lamperlite and kimberlite. As these pockets cooled, they would be forced upward towards the crust. Some would get caught in the magma flows and be forced up and out by volcanic eruptions, dispersing them on the surface for us to find. Now that we know how diamonds are formed, I want to check out the Crater of Diamonds State Park here in Murfreesboro to find out how I can dig up my own diamond and what their state park is all about.
The Crater of Diamonds is the only place to our knowledge where people can come and search for diamonds in their original volcanic source and actually keep anything they find.
And how many diamonds are found here on an annual basis?
We range between 500 and 600 diamonds a year on average, and that's 1 to 2 diamonds every day that we see come in here at the park.
Seriously, 500 to 600 diamonds a year?
500 to 600 diamonds are found here on average every year.
It became a state park in 1972. Was the first year that the state bought it and turned it into a state park. It was operated before then by some individuals, and it was actually 2 mines. It was actually the Arkansas mine, and then the other part was the Crater Diamond. The Crater Diamond was run by the Millar family, and the Arkansas mine was run by the Johnson family. And basically it was just a fence in between them. So when the state bought it, they bought both sides of it, took the fence down, and it's one large mine, which is now 37.5 acre search area.
Our mission here is very similar to that. We want people to come here to this one of a kind in the world, unique site, and have a good experience searching for diamonds.
Now this is the only public diamond mine in the world?
As far as we know, it's we're not sure about the world, but the people that search for diamonds here, to our knowledge, is the only place in the U.S. Where people can actually search for diamonds in their original volcanic source.
So is this the center of the crater where we're digging?
Right. This is a portion of the crater. The plowed search area is 37.5 acres. The entire volcanic crater was more than 80 acres, but not all of the eruptions during that time that the volcano was active actually brought diamonds up. So we've had geologists and people come in and study the land and drill out core samples, and they've determined that the plowed area is the majority of the diamond-bearing portion of the crater.
Who found the first diamond here?
The first diamonds were found in Arkansas in 1906 by a local farmer, John Wesley Huddleston. Now he owned a portion of this land that people search on today. He actually owned up to a road that went into Murfreesboro. And stories varied depending on who told them, or even John Huddleston himself varied in how he told the stories. People say that, he was out slopping his hogs one day, feeding his hogs, and he saw shiny flakes on the ground of his land. He thought the flakes might be gold because he was an old prospector, and so he scooped up some of the dirt and put it in this gold pan and took it down to a nearby stream, washed it out in the water. The flakes themselves floated away, so he knew they were actually mica, which is another type of mineral found here that's very light. But he said that after all the dirt was washed out of his pan, there were 2 stones in the bottom, he said, that shone like fire in his eyes. And at that point, he was pretty sure that he had found diamonds.
So tell me what the diamonds look like when they come out of the ground.
Our diamonds will have a very unique and different look from most other rocks and minerals that you're going to find out here. The most distinct characteristic of the diamond is going to be the shine. They have a metallic luster to them. It's called an adamantine luster, and in fact the word adamantine comes from a Greek word adamas, which is unbeatable or unbreakable. And what's interesting about that is it's the same word that is also used in the word diamond, unbeatable or unbreakable. So they have a very beautiful shine to them that's unique amongst nothing else out here. They also will be clear enough for you to see into usually. But not all the way through, because of all the faceting that our diamonds have. They'll reflect the light in so many different angles that it's very difficult to see straight through a diamond.
Any time is the right time to hunt for diamonds. Pack your lunch and your sunscreen and plan on a day of fun. So what are some of the ways you can search for diamonds?
Well, the 3 most popular ways at the park right now are surface searching, and that's where you walk along the minefield and you gaze into the soil and you're looking for shiny things to pop out at you. And you typically want to walk real slow, and you want to change your head angle with the sunlight to try to see something that might shine. Another method of searching is dry sifting, and that's where we take one screen typically, and we take loose dirt that has to be dry. We put it in the screen and we shake the screen to search for diamonds, and hopefully we'll have a diamond left over in our screen. And then the final, which is the most popular way, which is also the way that has yielded the most diamonds, not necessarily the largest, but the most diamonds, is wet sifting. And that's where you're using multiple screens to push soil through water to separate the diamonds from the dirt.
Once you sort through the gravel, a lot of people also like to take the gravel that they sift home with them to look for diamonds later. While you can't take the unsifted dirt home from the park, you are allowed to take up to 5 gallons of sifted gravel per day out of the field. And about half of our diamonds are found at home when people take their gravel with them.
Everybody comes and says, where do I look? Where do I look? And we try to tell them, well, like I said, if you're going to surface hunt, look in the East Drain and or wherever, look on top of the roads where it's been washed, washed down the bottom of the road, look where you find some gravel. Well, I had a friend from another park come, and he said, Bill, where do we want to go? Me and my son are going to go look for diamonds. It's in July. There were, 1,200, 1,500 people out on the mine that day, I think. And so I said, well, look, so they went down to the end of the sidewalk. They looked left and right and wanted people everywhere. And they looked down right there where he stepped off the sidewalk onto the mine. There was a half-carat yellow diamond. They picked it up. So the best thing to do is tell people diamonds are where you find them. Like I said, they can be kind of like, say, where'd you catch that fish? I caught that fish in the mouth,
What's the best time to come to the park?
In my experience here, the best time to come is usually in the spring or fall. There's 2 reasons for that. There's usually a lot of rainfall, which rainfall helps in the processing of dirt to find the diamonds. Then the second reason is that most people want to come during the spring and fall when there's pleasant weather.
What is the Strawn Wagner diamond?
The Strawn-Wagner diamond was a perfect diamond. It was found here in 1990 by a local resident and a regular visitor to the park, Shirley Strawn. It weighed over 3 carats in the rough, 3.03 carats.
You knew it when you saw it, that it was a diamond.
Yeah, but there wasn't any doubt about it. I had washed several buckets in my tub, and using a really big tub, had gotten so dirty. It's time to change it. We usually change our tub about 3 times a day anyway, and it was just time to change. I said, just one more bucket. And when I poured it over, it just came up, you know what I mean? It is, yeah.
Did your heart start racing?
Yeah. Yeah, it did. It's hard to describe it. Yeah, if you could bottle that adrenaline right there, you know what I mean? That was some adrenaline. I found this in 1990. And I had been coming out here since I was a child. I'm a 4th generation diamond prospector. My great-great uncle was John Huddleston that found the first diamonds in 1906. And his brother-in-law was my great-great grandfather. And he worked out here about 40 years. And my grandmother raised me with the diamond mine. When I did find this diamond, it was in the top screen. So you can imagine how exciting that was. You know, we used 3 screens.
So you were wet sifting?
I was wet sifting, and you want a diamond to come up in the top screen. Just, is it going to happen, you know, but this particular diamond come up in the top screen. And so it was just a hand grade type situation. There was a goal in there. I was doing this for my family. And of course you can't name it till after it's cut, so I had a process to go through here. So it was going to be after my great-great-grandfather, Lee Jordan Wagner, that had been out here for over 40 years. After it was cut, we knew it was a 000, but he finally called me, I think, on the 7th day. And said, Shirley, he said, I'm crying as we speak. He said, I've got your diamond blowed up as big as a basketball. And he said, there is nothing on the inside. It is a drop of water. And wow, you have your 000 diamond. He said, hang on, it's 1 in a billion. And I'm like, wow, 1 in a billion, exactly.
So here's what you'll need to dig for diamonds. Good boots that you don't mind getting dirty, rubber gloves, a shovel or garden trowel, a sifter, and a great attitude.
A lot of people, when they're searching for diamonds, will become very inventive and creative because they're trying to increase their chances of finding a diamond. And I've seen all kinds of contraptions come through the park where people have just used their brains to make up shaker screens and different things. The most important thing is what our rules say, and if you make anything that uses a motor or a battery of that nature that might give you a better advantage than what we're trying to offer people, then we won't allow those to pass through. But other than that, your creativity is open to you. I want to caution all our guests that when they come in late summer, come prepared. Wear plenty of sunscreen, drink plenty of water. Before you come, for 2 or 3 days, start drinking water because you need to build up your water intake in your body. Because we don't want anybody to be hurt or get hurt while they're visiting here, because this is supposed to be your time of vacation and enjoying it.
You know, one thing that we talk about here at the park is the experience of searching for diamonds. This is something that you can't do just anywhere, you know, and the fact is most people don't find diamonds while they're here, you know. We see 1 to 2 every day, but we have a lot of people that come here in search of them that don't find them, you know, so we really focus in on the experience of searching. Most visitors here that find diamonds don't tend to dig very deep, so it's believed that over the years before this was a diamond mine, of course it was just like the land around. It was farmland, or it was just natural area. And so there was erosion, the natural process of erosion that took place that actually removed about 120 feet of ground. And so because diamonds are heavier, the diamonds and some of the other heavier rocks and minerals didn't move as fast as the lighter gravel or the lighter silt and dirt and everything. And so it actually concentrated that heavier stuff in the crater near the surface of the crater while the lighter stuff washed away.
So this is a Saruca pile.
Saruca pile made with this guy right here. That's called a Saruca.
Okay. So what do you do with it?
Well, after I wash my rock down, classify it down, I get 2 sizes that I Saruca, this size and that size, and I Saruca separate. You'll be able to see, I find it easier to see a diamond if my rock is the same size. Imagine that all mixed together. It'd be hard to see a diamond in it if it was this small. Average diamond is 18 points, which is a little less than 1/4 of a carat. So imagine trying to find a quarter of a carat of diamond in a 37.5 acre field.
Needle in a haystack.
Correct. But we do it, and of course there are bigger diamonds out here. What we look for heavy material. We got 6 minerals we look for: calcite, barite, hematite, spinel, garnets, and we have some chrome diopside. It's a green gem-looking thing. And we have another little mineral, I can't think of it right now, and we see them in our pile, we know we're digging in a good area. That greenish color is the lamperite tuff, or the actual volcanic ash, that when the volcano blew, it left the ash, and that's the ash that you see. We have a lot of that.
So would you recommend this place?
Oh yes, it's even as you're looking the whole time, it's just like you know you're going to find one. It's just going to jump out and grab you one of these moments.
This is a lot better than just walking through a jewelry store, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, and to me, just reading some of the history from the local people around here that have you know, found some tremendously sized diamonds, I actually think that we would probably come back.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a pretty big area too.
Absolutely, and I think it's probably better than buying a lottery ticket. You never know, but it was that element of surprise that we were just intrigued with. So. Very exciting.
It's the thrill of the hunt, isn't it?
It is.
Now there have been other perfect diamonds, that have been found here. The Esperanza was the 8.52 carat diamond that was found here in June of 2015. It was cut down into a 4.6 carat triolet shape, which is a 3-sided shape that was custom made for this particular diamond, and it was determined to be a perfect diamond as well. So we have some pretty special diamonds that come out of here.
Are you confident you're going to find another one? Got one more diamond to go, and it's going to have to be that grand a diamond to pull that off. Is 1/10 carat, so I think I can.
We are working on sustainability projects. We recently partnered with a local university to kind of do some research into what are ways that we can enjoy this resource as far as possible. And one of the ways that we do that is by limiting the way that people search for diamonds. Of course, more people could find more diamonds if we went out there and we rented backhoes for them to dig to get to where the diamonds might be. But that would mean that we would drain our resource, especially this finite resource, even quicker. So that's why we try to provide a fair chase.
How can I improve my chances of finding a diamond?
We get that question all the time. Some people say it in a more creative way. They want to ask us where we threw out the diamonds the moment before. And of course that's not true. We don't throw out diamonds. But the best way to improve your chances is to learn as much as possible about the diamond searching techniques, because everything you learn about that will improve your chances of where those diamonds will be on that minefield. So what I would encourage people to do is we actually have a rule that if you buy your ticket in the last hour of one day, it's good for the next day. So my encouragement is time your visit to our park to about the last hour and a half of one day. Purchase your ticket and take that opportunity to visit the museum, watch the videos, attend a demonstration, and learn everything you can that last hour. Then the next day, put those into practice and go out there and search, and you'll improve your chances significantly by doing that.
Finding diamonds can be plenty of fun, whether you find one or not. But if you do find one, what happens next? Luckily, Wayman can help us out there too.
Anyone that comes here and visits one of the services we offer is free rock and mineral identification here at the Diamond Discovery Center. Our staff are all trained to identify the most common rocks and minerals found here, and then some of them that are a little questionable or less common, they bring to myself or our other park interpreter, and we'll identify them as well. Now, when a diamond comes in, our staff will bring them into our office, and we will take a look at the stone under a microscope first of all to make sure that it is a diamond. We're looking for those key features like the faceting, the shine, the color of it, and then once we determine whether something is a diamond or not, we will let the finder know, and if it is a diamond, we'll bring them back into our office where we certify it for them. The certification process involves weighing the stone, determining the weight of it, which is usually recorded as points or carats.
A carat is it's just like you go to a jewelry store and buy a 1 carat diamond. It's 100 points. Okay. So You know, a half carat diamond is 50 points. You know, a 10-point diamond is 1/10 of a carat. So for every 1 point, it's just like it's on the 100 basis. And if we tell you got a 25-point diamond, those you got a 1/4 of a carat. If you got a 200-point diamond, you'd have a 2-carat diamond.
Are the yellow ones more rare than the white ones?
I said more. I don't know if they're more rare. We probably see we don't see as many yellow ones, all right, but it's.
Are they more desirable?
Yes. You can sell the yellow diamond will go real quick.
Did you know this was a diamond that you found today?
I had a feeling it was, but I wasn't sure, so I got it and took it here.
Are you excited?
Oh, I'm super excited. I was like, yay! Yay, after all this time, I finally found one.
What are you going to do with your diamond?
Oh, I don't know. I will keep it.
So the basic process whenever a visitor brings in a crystal that we think might be a diamond, one of our employees will bring it back here. We'll take a look at it under a microscope. Usually we're looking for the distinctive curved facets of a diamond. Quartz, calcite, other crystals that are found here typically have flat lines along the facets, but diamonds are curved because of a process they underwent called resorption. And it's basically a chemical reaction that happened during the eruption that resulted in these distinctive curved sides that our diamonds will have. And so that's one of the first things we look for. And if it has that, if it has the metallic luster and other characteristics that we've been trained to look for, you know, typically we will identify it as a diamond. And at that point, we'll bring back the finder and kind of give them a behind-the-scenes look at what happens in the registration process. We'll let them take a look at it under the microscope, of course, because you know, looking at it in your hand is one thing, but seeing it under that microscope really gives a great effect and gives them a really good idea of, you know, how special that diamond is that they found. We'll take a photograph of it. We have a photographic record of every diamond that's been found here over the past several years, so that we can show other people what diamonds have been found and what they look like in the rough. And then we'll weigh it. We'll have a set of scales that we'll put the diamond on. We'll also determine a color of it. Now that's white, brown, or yellow, depending on the shade that we see when we look at it under the microscope. We don't get involved with as far as what exact shade of yellow or shade of brown it may be. That would be up to a certified gemologist, someone like that, to determine. That information we record, as well as the finder's name and the date that they bring it in to be certified on a card. And we issue that card to the finder for him or her to take home and keep with their souvenir.
Where do you see the future of this park in the next 50 to 100 years?
Arkansas State Parks and Crater of Diamonds State Parks, we do everything we can to be in the forever business. And that's one of the phrases that our director has said many a times. We want to be here for all generations as much as possible. A lot of people nationwide, statewide, and city parks go to those parks for a recreational opportunity, to relax, to relieve stress, because we know how stressful jobs can be in America. And so these parks are their opportunities to get away from that stressful environment and relax. Now, of course, when you come to the Crater of Diamonds, you're going to be digging, and it's going to be hard work, but if you come with the right mentality and the opportunity to have fun, many people have left here with sweat on their brow, but have really enjoyed it because of just this unique opportunity and the nostalgia that this park provides.
What about people who are wanting to get engaged? This would be a great place to come shop for your diamond, huh?
It is a very popular place to get engaged. You know, people every year we'll have calls or emails from people ask about ideas for coming out here and getting engaged. I was at one of our washing pavilions one day when man put a ring in his girlfriend's screen that she was using in the water, and she ended up finding it in the dirt that she sifted out, and he proposed to her right there. That was awful brave, because she could have dropped that screen and lost that diamond.
It's also awful romantic.
It was very romantic, yes.
The way we value diamonds has a great impact on us, but the true value of the Crater of Diamonds State Park is in the adventure and the fun involved in diamond mining. The knowledge we gained here is something everyone should experience. This state park is truly a diamond in the rough. The real treasure at the Crater of Diamond State Park is in the thrill of the hunt and time spent with family and friends. Finding a diamond, well, that's just the icing on the cake.
I'm hitting the road again. Got adventure crawling under my skin. Going places that I've never been. I'm hitting the road. I'm hitting the road again. Gonna take along all of my friends. Living life like there's just no end. I'm hitting the road. Feeling better since I don't know when. I'm hitting the road.
Major funding for Hitting the Road is provided by Overstock.com.
Overstock.com has launched pet adoptions.
Every year, 8 million animals are placed into adoption centers across the United States.
Our pet adoptions bring homeless animals all together in one place,
allowing you to search using the technology that powers Overstock.com.
Additional funding provided by General Atomic Sciences Education Foundation, the Calm Foundation, Delta Solutions and Strategies, Gray Line of Colorado, Northrop Grumman, and by viewers like you. Thank you.